Hello again, everyone. Today we have another projector review because if you saw my last video on the Hongtop S30, that thing has a physical HDMI connector, but it doesn't work, which to me means it's not a projector because I can't project my computer onto it. Yeah, it only works with Wi-Fi, but I couldn't get the Wi-Fi app to work either, so I went and bought this thing. This is a whole different league of projector because this is a laser projector, as it says right there. Apparently it takes 2 amps of power. Here's the model number, blah, blah, blah. Weighs almost 1 kilo. And those are the dimensions there. Should include all those things there. And it's a real product certified by the EU and the FCC. So it should hopefully bring down airplanes. Let's see, it came in a bubble wrapped bag, but then it came in this box as well. And this I bought on AliExpress. I have no affiliation, so buy this wherever you feel like it. All I want is a projector I can plug my computer in so I can run PowerPoint, Photoshop, computer presentations. And if this thing doesn't work, I'm gonna just cry. Alright, well, nice little cardboard thing. It's basically the same information. Nice recyclable bag. Might be unnecessary in my opinion though, because it's already in the cardboard, but alright, then it comes in this bag. And then we have the Wemax logo. It's tampo printed nicely. Actually, I think it's that rubberized print ink, I don't know if there's supposed to be an A letter there or not. I don't really care. Alright, there's a hand or wrist strap if you wanted to. Just for added security, I guess. Okay, well, we got some instructions. We have what looks like a fairly robust Type-C wall outlet adapter. It has all the safety certifications one would expect. The projector itself, and there's some sort of, oh, that's actually a rubberized ALPD logo. I kind of want to pull it out, but I'm guessing it's just supposed to be there. Well, hopefully we'll know why. What I do like about this projector is there's 5 physical buttons, whereas that other garbage one only had 1. So hopefully I can actually select input. And so here we have a Type-C, an HDMI, a USB. I'm hoping all 3 of those work. And then a headphone jack if you want. There's some venting, of course. This is all plastic, this body. Oh, except for here. Nope, that's plastic as well. It's just, vacuum metal coating or something. And then it's got a slide cover. I believe this is the actual turn on switch. We'll just leave it closed for now. Venting in there as well. So it's obviously pretty light. It actually feels less than 1 kilo. I brought my scale out just in case. Maybe they're thinking about the bag and everything. Oh, this cheap. The display's crooked. Alright, well that's zeroed out. Yeah, this thing's only 313 grams. Or if you're measuring in the weird way, 11 ounces. With the power adapter, 62 grams. Whole thing, 375. Maybe 400 with a cable or something like that. Yeah, here's the cable. What else? There's some desiccant in here. Just some foam and an extra pocket here. So yeah, it's actually only 400 grams. They must have been factoring in everything. Maybe the box even. Like the cardboard box. Alright, well, you know what? I'm gonna ignore this because I'm gonna guess most people don't even read manuals, because I generally don't until I run into a problem. So we'll have to see if this is intuitive or not. So one thing I was noticing is there's no stand. This thing doesn't have a screw-in tripod nut. The advertisement showed a plastic stand. Basically, it's a plastic thing that goes around the curvature of the body, and then that has a nut on it to put onto a tripod or whatnot. Alright, we're going to continue on because it'll probably still work, obviously, without the stand. It's just I got to put on something else. Alright, so there's some information there that's not necessarily important to me. Maybe for a warranty claim, but some venting there. This must be the focus button I met. Focus knob. Okay, well, what's this say here? Beam into the future. And then maybe that's a speaker if I had to guess. That's plastic as well. Alright, well, I'm going to plug this in with the good old HDMI. Not the HDMI, the Type-C cable it came with. And the blue is on. I don't know if this has a battery inside of it. I'll have to check later, but slide that open, and yes, it turns on. Well, at least the blue light turns on. Oh, whoa, hey, that was pretty fast. Well, let's just prop this up on this thing here. Let me move the camera a little bit. So on that wall, you can see I have one of those apps for the lux. Right now, that's just 64 lux. Let me show you the layout here. I got lights above, all over this place. Those big windows are open, so it's daylight. You know, this is, I would say typical, maybe office environment. Maybe it's a little bit dim actually for an office, but I want to be able to see if this thing works. Oh, unfortunately, the Hertz is messing with this. I can see a bunch of horizontal lines because I think the frequency of my phone camera and the frequency of the projector might be a little bit too close to each other. Let me see if I can mess with that. Maybe in the settings here. There's an oh, that's crazy. It did an automatic keystone. So right now it's relatively level. Here's the thing, but watch. I'm gonna angle it, and it automatically keystones itself. It automatically corrects the angle. Here I'm pointing downwards. See? It automatically makes it a rectangle. That's pretty cool. That's impressive. So there's some sort of like leveling sensor inside of this thing. That's impressive. Alright, that's really cool. Let's see if I put that at an angle. Unfortunately, it's not that... Oh, nope. It's not that smart. But still, I think that's pretty neat. Alright, well, let's see here. There's no remote control. So there's an OK button here. What is this next one? Looks like a back button. And then up, down, left, right. So the first thing I'm going to try is hooking up a hard drive that has a password on it. So I'm going to assume this is not going to work because there's no keyboard, right? Let me hit the focus here with the knob there. Right now we have a small screen because I'm trying to show you the device itself. Alright, and again, I'm seeing a bunch of horizontal lines going up, but can't do anything about it. Alright, so it didn't recognize that, I don't think, but let's go into movie, hit OK. Yeah, it's definitely not recognizing that drive, and that makes sense. Let's back out. I'm going to disconnect this drive and hook up a drive that has no password. So this worked in that hong top thing I had. Okay, so that thing is plugged in. Now let's go to movies here. Okay. See, USB 1 showed up. Let's hit OK. Yeah, we go down to... Oh, alright, let's watch something called The Machine. I don't even know what this is. Okay, so yeah, let's see the left right button. These horizontal left rights here. Hold on, let me focus on the projector a little bit more. This is the volume control. These two here. The up down. Oh wait, I'm sorry. It's kind of confusing. So these are the volume control, up down, and then the left right. Let's see what that does. I think it probably skipped forward a chapter. No, it just skipped to the next movie, actually. Now it's in this menu here. You can see left, right, I'm scrolling through pause, play, fast forward. And if I go back to up, down, that's just the volume. Alright, back out button vanishes. I gotta mount this thing somewhere and move this backwards, so let me figure this out. Alright, there it is in the same light conditions where 79 lumens is hitting that wall. Or 79 lux is hitting that wall. I have the speaker set to 100%. Obviously it's hard for you to tell how loud it is. But I feel for something that small, you can hear it. It's a little bit tinny, you know, you're not gonna get deep bass out of something that tiny. But it's acceptable. But for me, I'm not trying to project movies, really. I'm just trying to project work. Alright, I'm gonna turn the lights off. Let me come back. So again, I apologize if you see a bunch of horizontal lines streaking. There is a Wi-Fi here. If you go to the top menu, there's HDMI there. This is Wi-Fi, so let's OK this. It's searching for Wi-Fi. Okay. And then a keyboard will pop up there. One other thing that's quite interesting is this thing is, you can put it very close to a wall and still focus it. Whereas at Hong Top, I had to be like a certain distance away. But here, I mean, this is my hand now, right? Let's see if I can focus this. Yeah, I can still focus this. I can basically focus the screen the size of the projector, which is kind of crazy. I don't know why you want to do that, but you can if you're really tight on space. So let me focus this again. There we go. Alright, so let me pop in my password and come back. So what I liked about that keyboard is the fact that all the numbers were on the same keyboard. You don't have to go to a different menu. It's obviously kind of a pain to scroll through a keyboard with four buttons, but you only have to enter your password once. So, connect. Yeah, it's successfully connected, but I don't know what that means. I don't see anything saying like YouTube or anything, so come on, get out of here. No, that's looking for a drive. Screen. iOS or Android. I think the Wi-Fi is if you want to actually talk to the projector via Wi-Fi on your computer. I don't think it actually has an Android operating system where you can, you know, just play YouTube or other apps and stuff. So that's unfortunate. In fact, for the price of this thing, I think it should have it because the Hong Top did, and that cost a fraction of this thing. Okay, well, anyways, let me go find a computer to hook up. So naturally, just reading this screen here, it says you can actually hook up your mobiles using something called Wemax Go 300 to screencast. But just by accident, I realized, you know, my lumen counter's reading 700 lux. I don't know if lux and lumens are the same thing. I don't think they are. But if I move this around, I saw it hit 1,000. So that's how bright this projector can be at this distance. I don't know where the sensor is on this actual phone. Okay, well, anyways, let's get back here. So I have an HDMI connector here. I'm just going to plug it in. Let's see if it... I got to back out. Back out of this, go to that HDMI thing. Okay. And then, oh, there. I didn't even have to hit Windows P on my my notebook computer. It's just automatically there. So Let's back this out. Now the cable's getting in the way. Hit focus again. Yeah, unfortunately this wall is making the text really difficult to read. It's not a very smooth surface. It's a wall painted with one of those sponge rollers. Yeah, I can't get that to be very clear. So that's unfortunate. So you can see here with the text of SolidWorks, it's obviously clear enough. But obviously the smaller the text is, like up here in the menus, it's really grainy because the wall is grainy. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but I can see the graininess of the wall here, the paint on it. Yeah, so I had 1920 by 1080. Let's just do a lower 1024 by 768, so everything looks massive. Let's focus this again. I guess that's as focused as it can be on this wall at least. Yeah, so I guess you can see a little bit better the file just because it's a larger text. So for now, I don't know if I can really say it's great or not. I'm pretty sure it's good. It's just that the wall I'm projecting onto is not smooth. So here we are in an office environment. This is my notebook computer, just my cars that I've collected, right? And now I'm running it through this projector and onto a whiteboard. Unfortunately, the hertz of this, I'm seeing a bunch of rainbow lines here. It might be the same frequency or close to the frequency of this camera. If we look at cars up on the left focus, that's as good as I can get it focused. And so it's not really good. If I get really close to this thing, so now this is my hand for a sense of scale, right? I can actually see the pixels, right? I can literally see each pixel here is probably 2 or 3 probably 3 millimeters, if I had to guess the size of these pixels right now, the way this board is. So I don't think this thing is worth the money if you're trying to use it for business purposes, doing spreadsheets, PowerPoints, Photoshop, anything with text on it. It just isn't clear enough. It's too pixelated, right? So even that Hongtop S30 I reviewed it a while back doesn't work because for me it doesn't even have an HDMI connector. At least this thing has an HDMI connector, but it just isn't very good as far as the actual image. Maybe it's a movie. If it was a movie you wouldn't notice, but for still images it's a problem. Excuse me. Another thing is this silly clamp that they designed is poorly designed. Let me turn this off. So the clamp, you can see this light. The way it comes, when you push this thing fully in there, like against this radius, that metal covers up the LED light, so you don't even know if it's receiving power or not, or if it's on. So I went and took a Dremel and I cut out this notch. I don't understand how they could even not figure out that this is a poor design. Why wouldn't that notch already be in there, or just a big cutout? Or make it even shorter. Very strange. Okay, so that's pretty much my story behind this Wemax. It costs significantly more than a Hongtop, and the image I don't think is that great. Although I can't really compare it to the Hongtop because I'll never use it again. That thing is garbage. Unless you get the S30 Max, that'll have an HDMI connector. Alright, so going back to my laptop screen, the text here is nice and legible. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next random review.